Hey, it's Emma Romano here, founder of the Thrive and Life Foundation, self-healing coach, and the midwife to your personal alchemy.
I am Kelly Bowen, founder of the Heaven Within Foundation, CEO of Lifestyle Finance Australia, finance expert, life and business coach.
And you are listening to Inspired Conversations,
where we talk about the things that really matter. Yes, we go there.
We share together what's exciting us, inspiring us, and having the most profound impact on our lives and our clients' lives. And we do this to elevate and inspire you.
We cover it all from life, body, love, relationships, trauma healing, addictions, business, money, and all things woo-woo.
So sit back, relax,
and get ready to be inspired and laugh the fuck out loud.
Welcome, everybody. This is Emma Romano. This is Inspired Conversations. And Kelly is not with us today. Kelly has had an emergency, and we're doing something very different. What we're doing is we're getting people on and we are coaching them in a session. We don't know what these people's presenting problems are. This is live time, real coaching. Today we have the beautiful Chris who's on here. Chris, welcome to Inspired Conversations, my love.
Thank you.
Now tell us, what's your problem? What can we do for you?
Looking at my business would be great. I've been a practitioner for a very long time.
Yeah.
Had a bit of a break when I had my children, and it's suffering. Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been in business for?
Started in my 20s.
And how old are you now?
68 in 4 days' time.
68, you absolute gorgeous woman. So, what are you looking?
Thank you.
Sorry, I think my speaker. What are you looking for in a business? What do you want?
I'd like to have more clients. I'd like to have more money come in. Yeah.
The more clients, more money. The thing is with clients are really easy to get. And people are quite confused by that. Clients are really easy to get. People want to know that whoever I'm going to can help me and I feel safe with them. And one of the first point of calls that somebody feels safe with somebody is if they are consistently showing up in their business. So our business is an energetic extension of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So if my business is not going well, that means I'm not going well. If my business is flourishing, it means I personally am flourishing in health, wellness, loving myself, all of those things. So if your business was an energy, let's pretend your business's name is called Sarah. It's a woman called Sarah. How's Sarah feeling?
Stressed and tired.
So your business is stressed and your business is tired.
Yes.
What does Sarah need from you right now then?
Oh gosh. Some understanding and kindness.
Oh, that's beautiful. So your business needs some understanding and kindness. Are you a bit of a nag on your business?
Oh, I give myself hell.
Yeah.
If there were enough baseball bats to hold in both hands, I would be dead.
Oh, my love, Chris. Tell me, what kind of understanding does Sarah, your business, need right now?
Gosh, that's so hard to talk about. Kind of understanding that things do ebb and flow, and that's what tends to happen, especially around my own energy. Yeah.
That's with everything, right?
Yeah.
So everything ebbs and flows because our businesses have a season. Like it'll have a summer season, a spring season, an autumn season. An autumn season, which in Australia we're in right now, is a great season because we're going into winter, which means the death of. So winter can be great because the death of is the death of nagging on my business, not trusting my business, things like that. Because whatever your energy is, your business is getting that. So when we're in service of others, no matter what it is, whether you're making the best pies in the world, making coffees for a living, when you're in service and you're making somebody feel better, which is what you do. Chris, do you want to explain to people what you actually do?
It's a bit of a long story.
Just tell them what do you do? What do you offer in your business?
I offer Reiki healings. I offer psychic readings.
Yeah.
I offer intuitive counselling, and I also have a background in naturopathy, which I studied in the early 80s. So I've been a practitioner in different modalities for quite a long time. When I studied naturopathy, I had a massage practice. Now, not so much, a little bit during the Reiki because I love it, but my body doesn't do it well anymore. Yeah. It's hard.
It's very taxing. It's like massage is taxing on the body.
It is. And I did years of it.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I love that you do so many different things.
Yeah, it's a package.
I love that. And have you ever put it into a package for a client?
I have on my website package.
Yeah, beautiful.
I struggle with the website because I'm not technical, and I have two, and just looking at rejigging them a little bit, but I know and understand that it's not just the website, it's the energy behind it, yeah.
It's funny because I didn't have a website for years, and you don't actually, and I thought, right, when I get a website, the website's going to make me money. The website doesn't make you money. The website is like a business card. You've still got to offer it to people. You still got to pass your business card out. And that's just another way. You say, hey, check out my website. But you still got to send people there. Really, especially our business, it's all energy. Every business is energy. So we have an influx of abundance from God, universe, source, whatever you feel comfortable using. And I always imagine we've got like a million hoses hanging out the top of the crown of our head. And it is all this beautiful opulence coming thing, money, love, food, water, clean air, friendships, or just pouring in. And my hose, the only reason it could be trickling or stopping or not flowing properly is because I've got a kink in the hose. I've actually put a knot in the hose. And those knots are our responsibility. So this is what I love. When we look at our businesses, there's a couple of things you want to look at. What's the energy I'm putting into it? So I always pretend my business could be like one of my children. So say if I'm struggling in my business at the moment and I'll go, okay, I'm going to pretend my business is Ben. I go, well, how does Ben feel about me right now? If Ben's my business, how does Ben feel? And it could be Ben's exhausted. So maybe I'm like, okay, and I'll have a chat. I go, well, Ben, what do you need? Well, can you just lay off me? Stop nagging me. It could be, can you just give me some 5 minutes off? Can you just give me a day to myself? Let me recuperate. It could be that. Or it could be, I'm feeling ignored. You're ignoring me. So having a chat with you at the energy of your business is great. So what I'll do is I'll grab something. Another thing you can do is you can grab something in a representation. So this could represent one of my business. I have many businesses. So I'll get something and I could have 8 different crystals in front of me that represent different parts of my business. Because I have 2 different podcasts. I have this podcast. I have another podcast. I have so many different businesses. I have them with people, singular. I teach, I run retreats, all that kind of stuff. So that's all different aspects of my business. So you might want to have a look at the different aspects of your business. But when you have a business, have you told anyone that you're open for business?
Have I told anyone?
Yeah, and how do they know you're open for business?
It's mainly when people Google me.
Okay, so that's not really telling people that you're open for business.
Okay.
The best way to tell people you're open for business is social media. It's free.
Yeah, I'm not great at it.
Oh, you don't need to be. You just need to go, hey guys, busy day to day with clients. If you want to book in, I've got a session on Thursday free, available. That's it. That's a business post.
Yeah.
You know, business posts are, I've been in this business so long, I just love it. I love doing Reiki with my clients. They get so much out of it. That's an open for business sign.
Mhm.
So if you're waiting for people to Google you, what you could be actually telling the energy is, I'm just going to sit here and wait for you to knock on my door.
Mhm.
You want to open the door and say, hi, I'm open for business. Because if it was pretend you had a cafe and you were open, how would people know that you're open?
How do you know I've always wanted a cafe?
It's the psychic in me, babe. So how would you, if you had a cafe, how would you let people know that you're open?
Open the door, put the sign on the
That's
door
it.
saying,
That's exactly
yeah,
it. Yep.
yeah.
You'd have the sandwich board outside going, open, best coffee in town. You know, you would all be cleaning up. You'd be pottering around in your shop. You'd be making sure the milk is fresh. You're making sure the yo-yo biscuits are fresh. You're making
The
sure the best coffee.
the cooking.
Yeah, that's what we've got to do for our own business. So we may not have a product like that I'm selling.
Yeah, yeah.
You and I are selling, Chris, is we're selling a way of life. We're
Mhm.
selling
Yeah.
healing, you know, we're selling self-love. You can't put a price on that. It's invaluable. It's priceless, you know. What we're selling is so much more.
Mm.
But we've got to let people know, like if you open here, because if I've got a coffee shop, I'm saying open, best coffee in the world. It's the same as our business. I'm open for business. You're going to get the best experience in the world. If you want to feel good, if you want to feel good about yourself, you're going to come and see me. I'm open for business. That's all Facebook and Instagram is really great for.
Mm. Mm.
And it's free.
Yeah, I've got a couple of Instagram accounts, but I need to rejig them. So yeah.
And, you know, and if you can get someone that you can hire to do it for you, even better. Right? Even better. But
No.
I want to go on to another section of this. And we've got to look at your upper limits.
Mm-hmm.
So upper limits are agreements and belief systems that we've created as young people. And I found out one of my upper limits the other day. What was your childhood like? What was mum and dad like with you?
Oh gosh. My parents separated when I was 5.
Yeah.
And so dad wasn't living in the house. My mother and I, our relationship has always been very tumultuous, and oh gosh, there's so much more. My father that I grew up with was not my real dad, and I found that out maybe 12 years ago. And I always knew that I felt like I was adopted. I don't look like my family, all the things, you know. So, gosh, it's so hard to share.
Thank you.
Because I guess I'm still coming to terms with it, you know, like just.
Well, that is a big deal, because if you innately knew that I
Yeah.
don't think this man is my father,
Mm.
then you find out I mean, from my reading of it, it is you've been told not to trust your instincts most of your life.
Yeah, and here I am doing psychic work.
Yeah, and your instincts are freaking spot on. Like,
Yeah.
if I need a psychic, I'm coming to you, Chris, right? Like your instincts are spot on. And that when you don't trust your own instincts,
Yeah.
you have this, that's a limit. I
Huge.
can't trust my own instincts. And your business is an extension of you.
Mm.
So there is a distrust. And this is another thing that I came to realize. I grew up with living with my grandmother and my grandfather and my mum until I was 12. And my grandmother was a very competitive woman. And so she was actually quite narcissistic. And we never quite knew what we were waking up to in the morning. And if you looked like you were doing better than her, she would shoot you down. So I found this out the other day. Literally, I found it out on Saturday that I can't outshine people.
Wow.
Because
Yeah.
if I outshine people, I'll get in trouble. I'll be pulled down. And it's happening because I've hit this certain amount of success. I want to be more successful, but I'm limiting myself. So
yeah, and then,
drama is being created in my life.
Yeah, and then you bring in the competitive energy and all the things. Yeah.
So I don't compete against others. I'm scared that people will think I'm competing against them. So therefore, I'll play small.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
You get it? So
Yeah,
this is where you got to look at your upper limits. Upper limits are huge. This is from the book, The Big Leap. Oh my God, read The Big Leap. It's huge.
Yeah.
Kelly's talked about upper limit. Kelly and I have done a podcast on upper limits before. I suggest everyone go and since she introduced me to it, my life, holy shit. You just got to know when you go into breaking these limits on yourself, they'll all come up and present themselves in front of you for about a week. It is the week of fucking hell, right? It's going to be the week of hell because you present it everywhere where you're limiting yourself on your limits.
Mm.
But it's a good thing because then you know where you're doing it and what you're doing. I literally did this Saturday. I invited for coffee, 2 people that I should never have had together with me, ever. And that was my oldest friend and my mother in the same room.
Wow.
And I tell you why, because they revert back to how my grandmother and my mother was with me. So my grandmother and my grandmother, when I was a very creative child, like I was always writing, I was always drawing, creating clothes, and not particularly well, but I just really love creating. And when I was just in that genius zone, that my mother and my grandmother would laugh at me, hysterically laugh at me and call me names like silly and stupid. And I now know why they did it, because my mum found connection with my grandmother that way. And when my mother found connection, she was safe.
This is really resonating because my mother and my nana were very close in age. Like I think nana had mum at 17, 18. And I felt that there was a lot of colluding against me, you know, and I left home at 16.
Wow.
I ran away because my mother was an alcoholic and lots of alcohol in my family, unfortunately. And then, you know, just did my thing and then went overseas. And when I was 20, turned 21 in the UK, came back to Perth and left within a week. I said, I can't stay here because of the influence of my family, what they wanted me to do. Best thing I ever did, because I'm from Sydney originally. I'm not from Perth. I'm from Sydney. And best thing I ever did to have that amazing freedom, fun, you know, late 70s, 80s in Sydney was just awesome. You know, bands, boys, the whole thing, you know. And I find myself, it's really interesting as my age changes, living on the past. I kind of know that that's not healthy, you know. It's not healthy to be remembering that situation. And, you know, I'm on some Facebook pages which take me back to all those memories. And, you know, and I'm going to work on that because I don't think I should be seeing it.
Yeah, you got to stop punishing yourself, babe.
Yeah.
You know, and that could be an agreement that you've got, that you need to punish yourself, because if you're being punished for being you as a child, that's an agreement.
Yeah, good old Catholic upbringing too.
Babe, I know, right?
Throw that into the mix.
I went to an all-girls Catholic school too. Hey. I just think we're baptized at 6 weeks old with guilt and shame.
constant, and then it just gets constantly poured on you and
so bad.
re
Yeah.
wound. So
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, the way that I was brought up in the Catholic Church was, I don't know what it's like now, but it was a lot of fear. They controlled us with fear and shame and guilt.
yeah,
It
I love
didn't inspire us with love and connection. It was manipulation with fear, shame, and guilt.
I loved the spiritual side of things because that was my jam. Just living in another world. Living in I didn't know or understand the connection, or maybe I did, the connection. With with the higher connection that I have. But maybe I did have that as a child, and that was my sanity, to be honest. The nature. I grew up around Sydney Harbour, lots of beautiful walks, lots of swimming, lots of grounding, and that was my sanity.
Thank
Yeah.
God that out of all the chaos, you had nature to ground you.
Mm.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I was the same. I had a real affinity with Mother Mary and St. Anne, and they really got me through the hardest times, Mother Mary and St. Anne. And St. Anthony as well. I used to pray to St. Anthony to find me things. It works, by the way. 3 Hail Marys. There you go. 3 Hail Marys. Thank you, please, for St. Anthony. Find me something that works, I promise you.
And it's always the intention behind it, isn't it?
And that's
Always.
kind of with your business, Chris. It's like, what's your intention behind it? And then you just got to find out what are all the little shitty beliefs that you're trying to pull back, trying to prove. What are the agreements and the pacts that you've created, as a child, like I'm not good enough. What's the shame that you got attached to your business? When you resolve and dissolve that heavy shit, because this is a thing, pretend this is your cup of business. We are always at 100% capacity of energy, good, bad, or indifferent, right? And if your business is full of nagging, shame, it's not enough, it's not enough, it's not enough, we got to pull that out. Like, you got to pour that out first and then fill with the good stuff. Because if that's full of that dense, low frequency stuff, if you pour good stuff on top, it'll just pour out, because we're always at 100% capacity. So you need to pour out some of this deep, heavy shit. Make sense? Have you ever done Reiki on your business?
Probably not intentionally, but
Reiki on your business.
Oh.
Reiki the hell out of it. Get a crystal or something, or a teddy or something in representation of your business. Lay it on your table and do Reiki on your business. It is sensational. Ask your business, say you got to point out to me in the next 2 days exactly what I need to focus on, and your business will tell you. Your business is an entity of its own. It's got its own energy, but it's an extension of us. My business flourishes. The more I look after me, the more my business flourishes. So those champagne towers?
Yeah.
Put all the champagne in the top one, and then it goes the second, third, right, the tiers. So the very first one is us. The second one is partners. The third one is like our nearest and dearest. The third level is family. Fourth is friends. The fifth is business.
Okay.
We usually pour into business. I did that for you. I poured and poured into business. I was making money. I was doing stuff, but I was at my worst. I put on 20 kilos. I was drinking more. I wasn't looking after me. Then I started pouring into me, and my business got the overflow. Plus my family were happier because they were getting this overflow. So yeah, think of the champagne glasses and ask yourself, what do I need to fill my cup? But first off, resolve and dissolve, empty the stuff out. And don't keep punishing yourself by looking for what you need to empty out. Just go, I resolve and dissolve what's not working for me. That's all you have to say. You don't have to visit it. You don't have to know it. I just resolve and dissolve what's not working for me. Is that helping you, Chris?
It is. Yeah, it is. And it's just making a start of it, isn't it? You know?
Well, it's just doing it. And that's the thing. No one can do that for you.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
one can action anything for you. And it's the part no one wants to do. They don't want to action. They
'Cause
want to happy thoughts. They want to feel good, but they don't want to get on like, I've got to do a Facebook post. They don't want to go, hey, I'm open for business. They don't want to put a sign up at their local supermarket going, if you want to feel good, ring me. You know, it's just these things. You just got to let people know that you're open for business. And you have an incredible amount of experience behind you. You know, celebrate that. Tell people that. Share that. You're not a newbie.
Sometimes I feel I am.
Same.
Newborn. I'm a newborn.
Same. I hear you. Feeling that myself this week. It's all good though. Just don't let. The thing is, we will be tested 5 times from the universe to see if we really want this job. And shit will hit the fan. For me, in the last 3 days, big shit has hit the fan for me. And I'm being tested to see, how do I handle it? I want to run. That's what I want to do. I want to go into a trauma response. First, I want to people please. Then I wanted to flip a table. I'm not kidding. I wanted to have a fight. And then I want to run and I want to hide. But I'm not, because my actions will not, I'm not following my actions with my trauma response. My actions are in alignment with my integrity and my intentions. So always action with your integrity and your intentions. Don't action with your trauma or your shame responses. Because I'm being tested massively right now. And I'm like, hurts. It's horrible. It's really horrible. But I know it's not going to last much longer. And I know it's a test. So I'm happy about that. I'm like, yeah, bring it.
So that's action with integrity and
intention. Your intention is to have, you said, more clients, more money. There's another top tip: never attach your clients to money. And I tell you why. Your clients, money comes through your clients, not from your clients.
money comes
through your client. They're just an avatar, a channel. It doesn't come from. So I say God pays me. God's my CEO. God pays me. And what that does, it takes all the pressure off. I have to have 10 clients who pay this. I have to sell this. I have to sell that. It's taken all the pressure off that. God pays me. Yeah. And I get money in all kinds of ways. So I have enough room in my week. I only see 10 clients a week.
Yeah, I'm pretty limited at the moment too. So
no, I'm not limited. I actually only want to work 3 days a week with clients.
3 days a week.
That's all I do. So my Mondays and my Tuesdays are packed. Wednesday I work a half day. I don't want to work. I used to work 6-7 days a week, 12-hour days doing this. It killed me. It killed my family. So I only want to do 10 clients a week. I can see 40. I don't want to see 40. So I only want to see 10. But those 10 clients have to be the best clients in the world. They have to action. They have to be the people that'll go, right, I'm going to absorb it. We're going to do this. I'm in. That's why I also charge a lot of money. I don't want fluffers. I don't want people to try, to come and see me and go, I'm just going to prove to myself that I'm useless or I'm stupid or I'm dumb. So by charging a large amount of money, siphons out all those tire kickers out. Okay. But I don't look at my clients as I get money from you. The minute I do that, it freezes up.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
All you're focusing on is divine service. I want to help 10 clients this week. God pays me. And you watch it pour in. It will pour in from all kinds of places. Like all of a sudden opportunities will come up. It'll be to collaborate in a book or to do a podcast or to get on TV, radio. It'll just start pouring in. Like just being on this, Chris, we have 4,500 listeners. 4,500 listeners are listening to you on this podcast.
Oh, hello, everyone.
You want to let them know how to find you or not? You can be anonymous or you can let them know how to find you. What do you want to do?
I'm in East Fremantle in WA.
So what's your website? What's your email? How do they find you?
perthpsychic.com.au.
perthpsychic.com.au.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. If you want to find Chris, perthpsychic.com.au. And she does amazing, incredible work. And you know what, Chris, this is what puts you a cut above the rest. You're on here. You're on here going, I want to make an amazing business. Why do you want to make an amazing business? Because you want a really great life for yourself and for others. You know, you could have a great business selling drugs, but doesn't give a great life to others. You're in divine service. You are in divine service. I love it. My love, is there anything else that I can help you with right now? So far we're established, tell people you're open for business.
Yeah.
On Perth groups, psychic groups, tell them you're open for business. Put on your social media things like, I'm open for business. This is what I offer you. That's another top tip. So when you tell people on Facebook, one big mistake that people do is go, I do this, 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 I do this. You're making it all about you. Don't do that. Say, this is what I can offer. This is what I offer you.
I can do for you. Yeah.
This is what I can do for you. So by seeing me, you leave after, energy work or a psychic reading, feeling more in tuned, with clarity, feeling, I don't know, whatever, like more at peace. Tell them what they get out of it, not what you do. That's the biggest mistake that people make. So start telling people that. Have a chat with your business. Do Reiki on your business. Pour into your cup first. Yeah, do some Reiki on me. Right? Thank you. I could feel that through there. And start pouring into your cup first. Don't punish yourself by looking into the past and being miserable about it. Okay?
Wow.
You deserve so much more for yourself. You deserve to give yourself so much more, my love.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How do you feel?
Good. Hopeful.
Yes, I'm so glad you're here, my love. I'm so glad you're here. I freaking adore and I love you. Guys, this podcast was the first one of our coaching. And we hope you got so much out of it. Yes. So if anybody wants to be coached online and be able to spruik your business, let us know. Contact Kelly and I. Private message us. This is Inspired Conversations. We love you. Thank you so much, Chris. We love you. Mwah.
Thank you.
See you later.